So let's get into some no bonuses, starting off with the Enma team. Yes, we're starting off with Enma, because no particular reason. There's no particular order that I did these, it's just the order that I got them done in. Enma, it was the first one that I did, and I actually did it without the damage ball seal, but I decided to do it with the damage ball seal because it looks way better, so yeah. Enma's pretty dang good now. I really like using the Enma team. They're still, like, the worst team in the game, like, pretty obviously. But, they're usable now. Going from not usable at all to being usable with a free-to-play team, if I wanted to use, like, Nanda, that's pretty dang good, in all honesty. So, now we're just going to get another Rutin. Gonna try to get... I wanted to, like, do Rutin, but, you know, I messed it up and didn't get any sort of Salt fills that I needed. So I missed out on a couple of G-Salts that I really should have gotten. So we're going to do Melik right here. Then we're going to do King Enma. Then we're going to do probably Melik again. Or Jane, I forgot which. Yeah, we're going to do Melik. And then a Jane outside of Fever Time if we need it, but we don't. Because Enma's just that good. Let's go! So next up we've got the Shady team. Now, Shady, if they have Dead Time, is really freaking good. They're still good anyways, but Dead Time just was like, so much better than what Black Hole Asu provides. Now, this isn't the, like, cleanest run ever for Shady. I've definitely gotten way better runs in the past. But, it's functional, I guess. So, and you've seen me use Shady tons of times, so I didn't really bother to get, like, a top-tier run for them. So we're trying to get Jane's G Soultimate. We do not get the heal, sadly. We don't get many guards, but, hey, it's kind of whatever. Because Shady's strong enough. I think we do, like, 6 Ultimates. I think, maybe 7. So we're going to EX pop with Pekko, then we're going to do Miyabi's Soultimate, because she's strong. Do some linking, so that way we can get another Miyabi quickly. Then we're going to do Yashiro's Soultimate, because 128 combo pop is really freaking powerful with 3 unities. And so we've done 700,000 damage. I say they're really strong, but 700,000 is kind of not the craziest anymore, because, yeah. And then we get a million, so this is 5 Soultimates, and we've done almost enough to kill. So we're going to get a Pekko, then I think we do Black Hole Asu, and then I think we do a Miyabi. Yeah, we do. We definitely do a Miyabi. Actually, no, I think we triggered the revive, so... But hey, considering I didn't really get any guards, that's not the worst ever. So next up we have the Slippery team. Now I don't have Kyra, but that does not matter. So Slippery is really good with Roxy now, and since we have Roxy, we don't really want to use Venoct because Venoct buffing his own damage is not nearly as good as Asu buffing everyone's damage, which includes Roxy, who is a 100 combo popper. So, yeah. We get some pretty nice lucky redrops here, so... That's pretty cool. You wouldn't actually get any... you'd get some redrops with Asu, but not nearly as many as this, because since Ryuta also has redrop, we got like a 30% redrop chance. Whereas if we had Kyra, we'd only have like a 17% chance, or whatever it is. Yeah, it's 17, UZ plus is 19, so... We're gonna EX pop, and then we're gonna, do all this stuff. The attack boost skill is really what makes them, like, pretty dang good, on top of having a Roxy, so... We're gonna get some attack buffs. I don't really know what I was doing here. I think something was wrong with my head. I was trying to pop Puni so that way we could get Roxys. So we're going to pop a Roxy. We're going to link some of those, and then we're going to pop another Roxy. Hopefully get a Soultimate. We actually do get a pretty clutch redrop, which then means we can get another Roxy right after this, which allows them to do some pretty insane damage, which is 2.88 million, almost 2.9. Yeah, really good. So next up we have the Eerie team. Now they don't have UZ plus Rimuru because obviously Rimuru has a bonus. But Eerie's still really good. So even though they were like the second worst team in the game, every single team in the game is super freaking good. Because, yeah, we're just super duper strong now. Like, Thrones, like... have just not really changed that much. They kind of upped the HP, but the damage is like about the same as it was when Hyaki Demuncher was a throne, which was like, was that almost 2 years ago? It's a long time ago by now. But, yeah, actually, Hyaki Demuncher actually just does more damage than Thrones do nowadays, which is strange, but, yeah, I mean, I thought power creep was crazy, guys. It's not. It's not that bad. So here we're going to do some standard Eerie stuff, you know me. We're going to do some Mimi spam. Okumo drops, and then gets in the way. Kind of annoying, but it's whatever. I think we do not... Yeah, oh, we do get Mimi. Let's go. So now we're going to do another Mimi, then we're going to do an Arachnus. Get a Soultimate fill. Pretty cool. So that way we can get everyone's Soultimate. Then we're going to do a Mimi. Then I think we do a Marine, and then an Okumo, and then that's it. So, well, oh yeah, we do Sakura-chan as well. Because then, that triggers the revive. No, Marine triggers the revive. Now we got this, and now we got Okumo's Ultimate we can do. So as you can see, we just did like 7 Soultimates within like 2 seconds of fever time, so. Eerie ends up with a whopping 3.2 million. So yeah, they are definitely better than Slippery without Kyra. That is for sure. So next up, we've got the Charming Tribe. Charming, if it didn't have Yomas, they would be like the worst team in the game. Well, second worst. I do think that Enva's just a little bit worse, but the fact that it's arguable is really, really sad. Even with Yomas, the only thing that's keeping Charming so good is because of Golden Claws. Without Golden Claws, they would actually be, like, pretty bad, comparatively. Because every team has a really strong damage dealer. Cerullius Gold having, like, almost 1900 attack doesn't mean squat, because he's pretty bad outside of that. He's got 99% pre-fill, literally useless, has a Fast Fever, which Shuga already has, and gives up the chain ability that Snow Blazaria, that Princess Blazaria has. So, yeah, he really is just not very good. He's a pretty terrible Yoma character. However, because the rest of Charming has, like, Elzamekia, he's fine. So, it's whatever. So then we're going to do a Fumihime, even though she didn't get her G Ultimate. And the funny thing is, their damage isn't even that crazy. And this is when they have 10% extra damage because they have Tribe Advantage. And their damage is still pretty terrible. So, I hate Charming. The only thing that saves it is Blazaria. We're going to throw a little curveball at you because we got the full Ginga team. I do not have Nyambo Mika. Does not matter anyway. So, full Ginga team is fun. I like doing it just because it's cool. I don't ever get to use Kyogetsu. And I get to use Mangetsu, and Mika's cool. So, that's neat. I mean, I don't really like using Moon Asu because he's just he just really blends in. And it's kind of a pain sometimes, but I mean, it's usable. So the main thing that makes this team so good is because of the Ginga Watch itself. You see, it increases the stats of Ginga characters, but also gives every Mika and Asu character a higher Soultimate multiplier. And I mean, it's only like a couple of points, but it does make a big difference when you compare them to like other characters of their like team. So, anytime we can do Mika's Ultimate, it's going to be stronger than most EX poppers of her rank until we start to factor in things like, you know, other teams having better unity, the attack boost skill, stuff like that. There are like tons of different Ginga team options you can make, but this is just the version I prefer because it's only 2 tribes. We have Black Hole also here for Revive and Shady Unity to buff Mangetsu and Kyogetsu. So, we're pretty powerful. So we're going to do Kyogetsu right here. And then, do we have enough HP for Mika? I think we do. So, yeah. Oh, we do a Kyogetsu instead. But as you can see, they just basically match Charming's damage, which is pretty pathetic for the Charming tribe. Again, they're really bad. So like how Charming had 10% extra damage, Brave has 10% less. So the main thing is, they're just kind of like cool. So Brave just doesn't really get much. And when it does get stuff, it's usually just not good enough to fit on the team. Using plus Megumin is 100% super duper good. Like, very great. Wouldn't really change anything about her kit. Maybe give her, like, Link Big instead of Fever Fill, but other than that, that's just like kind of splitting hairs. So here I actually get a double Fever setup, which I wasn't even, like, planning to do, but it just kind of happened. So, because we don't have a Fast Fever, it's kind of a little bit more difficult to get double Fever stuff, but it's still possible, see? So, we're gonna just do standard Brave things. Even though they deal 10% less damage, their damage isn't really that crazy. I mean, it's still, like, good for the amount of Soultimates they're doing, but, like, comparatively, other teams can just do more Soultimates to match the damage. So Brave kind of just isn't as good as it used to be, comparatively. I mean, they're still, like, super good, and you're still gonna super easily win with them. And the fact that Subaru can just miss a crit sometimes is kind of a pain, but it's whatever. So we're going to get another UZ plus Mara. We sadly cannot get another Subaru, but even with 10% less damage, we get 2.7, which would be about 3 million. Which, I mean, isn't too bad, but my Mega Means LB10, so maybe that's a factor. Next up, we have the Mysterious team, and we have UZ Rimuru mind-controlled over Smogmella. And I don't have, like, I know there's, like, the Ginga version of Mysterious, where you have Asu and Mika. Gonna be honest, UZ plus Mika, the Nyambo character, sucks comparatively to other Nyambo characters. I mean, actually, comparatively to Nyambo characters, she's average. The only two good UZ plus Nyambos are the Unity ones, Elzamekia and Dead Time. Because, funnily enough, a lot of the Nyambo characters have just been replaced by free-to-play options. Like when Usopp came out, he got replaced by Yashiro. When Mika came out, we got Smogmella, and now we have Rimuru, who is just even better than Smogmella. So the main thing that makes him so good is he has a 100 combo popper with Link Big and the attack boost skill. So every time you link 2 of his Puni, you have like a very high chance to proc the attack boost skill, meaning you can get some ridiculous damage. As you can see, remember when I said Shady's damage wasn't that crazy? We did 3 Soultimates and we've almost already done 1 million. So we're going to get another Rimuru. And Mysterious, I think Mysterious is like the second worst team in the game. But the damage they're going to do is not going to make it seem like that should even be the case. It should not be possible for them to be the second worst team in the game. But every single team is just so strong that I do think it's the case. So after we do a Rimuru, we're going to do a UZ plus Salome. And I think we have room for one more Aqua. I think I get some procs here. Yeah, got some extra procs here. And then do an Aqua, because I didn't get the G Soultimate. And we do a whopping 3.4 million. Second worst team in the game, by the way. They're really freaking good. So the second to last team we have is the Tough team. Tough is really freaking cool. So, we can heal. We have Rem for crazy damage. And, yeah, that's kind of... They have 10% less damage, by the way. And their damage is still insane. So, yeah, Tough is very funny. Tough is so good that Yokaiju, even though he makes the team better, he's so good that it's kind of overkill. So you'll see Sal, like, on his spreadsheet literally say that he's too much. He's literally too much for the team. Like, I've compared it to, like, a god playing with mortals, which is exactly what Tough is. The only team that comes close is Heartful and Shady. Shady if you, like, length them a little bit, but Heartful, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Freaking dog's walking in here, because of course. Head of Steam is, like, cool and all, but God, like, I swear, people just forget what Tough can do. So even with 10% less damage, we're kind of getting some very insane damage. Wish Bro was not walking in here and taking forever to decide what he wanted to do, because he's kind of annoying. So we're going to do another Hangetsu. Then we're going to get a Tamanten Ren, if I was a little bit faster. I might have been able to get an extra Rem trick in here, but I didn't, so it's whatever. So then we get a Hangetsu, and then we trigger the revive, and with 10% less damage, we deal 3.38 million. Yeah, Tough is really freaking good, in case you didn't know. And from 10% less damage to 10% more, we've got the Heartful team. Now, I don't have Elzamekia, and this would just be even better if I had Elzamekia, but they're still really freaking good, in case you did not know. So I'm actually going to get a double Fever strat here, because we're also just going to heal. I couldn't, because I was trying to get a, like, run where I could just get into Fever time without taking a normal, but I got bored and stopped trying, so I just did a double Fever. And it worked just as well. So I'm going to link and get a Zodiac, so that way I can do Zodiac back-to-back. And we're going to make sure that we get Orihime Natsuyomi's G Soultimate. So we're going to do a Zodiac, then we're going to do another Zodiac, and in 4 Soultimates we've already done, like, what, 1.1 million? Yeah, 1.2 million almost. So now we're going to get some links. I could not get 4 Zodiacs, which is kind of a shame. And then Orihime gets herself, which is kind of whatever. So then we do the little link thing, so that way we can get 3 Zodiacs in a row. Pretty crazy. And as you can see, the damage is just kind of skyrocketing. So Head of Steam, he's good, but as you can see, Heartful kind of just, like, has this damage already. I mean, we gotta put in, like, a little bit of effort, but, like, this is, like, the bare minimum. So it really doesn't matter to me. And so as you can see, we get an Orihime Natsu. I could have gotten an extra Soultimate in here, but it wasn't a G Soultimate. But as you can see, we get a 3.45 million. So that is all the Team No bonuses, and I hope you enjoyed. Yeah.